Hi, everyone. Welcome. We're going to wait a few moments just for everyone to come into the space. Feel free in this time to grab a drink, a snack, to get comfortable. I'm so excited to be able to celebrate you for the next 40 minutes. Like I said, take some time as we're waiting for everyone to come into the webinar to grab what you need. We're so excited to be able to celebrate and talk more with you in the coming hour. So feel free to grab some water, your favorite snack, your pet, your mom, whoever it is you want to spend time with as we share a little bit more about Syracuse and celebrate you. All right, looks like we are approaching who we're expecting to see tonight. I am so excited to be able to welcome you. My name is Mike McGrath. I'm an associate director here in the Office of Admissions. I'm also an alum of Syracuse, and let me be the 44th person to say to you, congratulations. We are so excited to welcome you into the Orange family in the class of 2029 or 2030 for those of you in the School of Architecture. I'm joined in the back end by my colleague, Carly Signer. She will be answering questions throughout tonight's presentation, and then I'll take some time at the end as well to answer some live. Feel free to submit any questions you may have using the Q&A function within Zoom. I'm going to get things started with a quick video just to kind of start the celebration to get you excited for what you can experience here at Syracuse University.
Every time I'm driving down 81 and it peaks over the hill, I still get chills. That subtle skyline of steeples, spires, and domes, like a little city on top of a city, rising over everything. Here's the thing. You think you know Syracuse University. You think it's... And
midcourt, Dylan, 25-footer, yes! Off the glass and in!
And you're not wrong. But that doesn't begin to tell our story. Not by a long shot. Syracuse's Comstock and Krause, Walnut and Waverly, University and Marshall Street. Yeah, this campus is pretty as a postcard. But it sure isn't flat. It carves and winds, climbs and dives, inviting exploration. That's kind of the whole point. Syracuse gives you the space and freedom to figure out who you want to be. And turns out, who we are is a lot of things. Groundbreakers, change makers, artificial heart creators, spacewalkers, and shuttle commanders. Most of all, we're storytellers.
Cue camera one.
We tell stories on courts and fields, stages and pages. Stories of how it all began.
We've just seen two neutron stars collide into each other.
Stories that flow.
Yes.
Stories that are smash hits. We're even writing the next chapter in our country's history. Now, what's a good story without character? We've got plenty of it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're a little sassy, a little sarcastic. Hey, our streets are covered in salt now, not sugar. It shouldn't be surprising that we tell it like it is. Some of us say
Syracuse.
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 Others say
Syracuse.
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 Syracuse! Come on, man!
But no matter how we pronounce our name, we all shout it proudly. Especially here. That's right. The Loud House. Walk these grounds and you'll hear the whispers of legends.
It's Floyd Little taking a pitch around his own left side.
44 is not just a number here. It's a mark of excellence, a symbol of obstacles surmounted and barriers smashed. All that on this little hill? That's right. But that's the beauty of this place. The other New York, upstate New York. The one with 4 seasons, 46 peaks, Finger Lakes, Great Lakes, even Green Lakes. And okay, if we could address the big white elephant in the room,
Sometimes the snow comes down in June.
yes, there's snow, lots of it. But before you go feeling sorry for us, don't. Because no one can rock a Parker with a pair of shorts like we can, right? Do you even know how pretty a city can look under a fresh white coat?
Pizza for Jerry. Pizza for
No matter how cold it is, it ain't nothing a bite of varsity pizza can't fix. See, people here endure the messiness of life, the slush and the grit and the grime. Come here the first day the weather breaks, and you'll find that our spirit never did. Visit on a crisp October day with the Krause chimes ringing and the foliage peaking, and you'll see the true colors of this place. How's that for a Rust Belt? At Syracuse University, the climb up the hill is never easy, but there's always a fresh view at the top. Then you will feel the pull of Syracuse. You will know the power of this place and why so many choose to call it home. Look at Cuse, and you'll see us in our name. And when you're one of us, it's forever.
I still get a little emotional every time I see that video. I think it just so embodies the spirit of Syracuse, the celebration that we have right now, as we are so excited to welcome you to campus. We received over 47,000 applications this year, ultimately for an incoming class of 3,700 students. And so there's so much to celebrate, to congratulate you on. A round of applause to all of our students joining us today, to our parents, to our caregivers, to younger siblings, older siblings, whoever is alongside you. Applause for them as well, for driving you to practice late at night, for helping you with science projects, for just being supporters as you've gone through this process. And we've seen those celebrations as you've undergone them all across the globe.
Congratulations! I got it!
We have spent the last several months learning about you, learning your stories. And here's some of the things that we've discovered. For many of you in this room, you have taken great opportunities to grow academically, turning Bs in pre-calculus into As in calculus, taking a 5th year of a language, some of you even a 7th, depending on your systems within your schools. We've seen you be involved in so many clubs and organizations. One student I want to highlight who's in the room right now with us had opportunities to start a Books and Bakes Club while participating in programs with Cooper Hewitt, with the Smithsonian, with interning, with architecture firms, with ABC World News, all while maintaining an incredible GPA and course system within their high school. You've written fantastic essays, essays about learning how to coach a T-ball club and a T-ball program. Love that essay, getting to know more about you as you went through that process of having to work with 5 and 6-year-olds, something that I could never do. We've seen how you've stretched yourself, how you've grown academically, how you've participated in your community. We've learned about your story, and I'm excited tonight to share a little bit about ours. We are home to 15,000 undergraduate students who come to us from 49 states, 89 countries, and are in 10 different schools and colleges. You've been admitted to one, but you have opportunities while you're at Syracuse to explore all of the many programs that we have, over 200 majors, 100 minors. No matter where you start your Syracuse experience, it doesn't have to be where you end up. So if you want to take classes in another major, if you want to change a program or add a minor, you have those opportunities to explore academically while you're at Syracuse, crafting a curriculum based off of your needs and your interests. You'll have help along the way with peer advisors, academic advisors, career counselors, free tutoring available through our Center for Learning and Student Success, great opportunities to stretch yourself as you've done already in high school. With research, we are an R1 institution, the highest rating given to a college or university. Opportunities to go outside the classroom with internships, working with companies all across the globe, and even having global experiences with a top 10 study abroad program that can bring you to 5 different cities worldwide and over 60 different world partners. I could spend the rest of our time just throwing information at you, but I really want to tell you some more stories, specifically of some of our recent students here at campus. Isa is a great student to start with, a current senior who is from El Paso, Texas. Isa started as a biochemistry major in our College of Arts and Sciences and quickly learned that she just likes the discipline of chemistry, but wasn't done there. She actually decided to transfer into the Whitman School of Management at the end of her first year to add a second major in management. Isa really utilized the advising that's available to her here at Syracuse. You will be assigned an academic advisor in late May and early June who will help you figure out what your first semester looks like, and then we'll work alongside you for your 4 years or 5 if you're in the School of Architecture to make sure you're on track to graduate on time, what it looks like to add a minor, to change a major, that process. So Isa utilized her academic advisor to do an intra-university transfer, to transfer into the Whitman School of Management, to be able to have 2 different degrees from 2 different colleges at the same time. She also connected with her peers through her peer advisor. So you're assigned one of those as well, who helps you just figure out what life is like on campus, there to help you determine who to have economics with, where to live your sophomore year, where's the best coffee, which Salt City Coffee is always one of my favorites, right across the street from the Whitman School of Management, where Isa is a student. And so Isa connected with her peers to find opportunities for research at Syracuse, and specifically working with Bob Doyle, who is a leading researcher in insulin development. So great opportunities for Isa to work alongside him to create new medication to address diabetes, and actually to learn how to bring that to market with her other degree in the business school. On top of that, she's been a part of many organizations, even starting one of her own, the Latine Honor Society. Any student can start a club. All it takes is you, a handful of friends, a faculty advisor. Carly and I will be those if you need one. And Isa also took every opportunity to explore the world. As I mentioned, we have a top 10 study abroad program ranked number 8 with 5 centers we own and operate worldwide. So it's Syracuse University in London, in Florence, in Strasbourg, in Santiago, in Madrid, Spain, where Isa spent a semester in her junior year. There's opportunities to spend a semester, but there are summer programs, there are short-term trips, there are opportunities to go to 60 world partners. If you have your heart set on Ireland, South Africa, Japan, you can go to those countries and more. Isa is not the only student doing research here on campus. Aaron actually got involved with research on his first day. Aaron is a native of Central New York who started in our College of Arts and Sciences as a linguistics studies major, added a second program in international relations in the Maxwell School of Citizenship and Public Affairs, and even a minor in Russian and literature. Great opportunities for research are abounding here on campus, and Aaron knew that and wanted to get involved as soon as he could. And so he connected with one of the linguistics professors who was doing really incredible work in undocumented languages in Nigeria. So Aaron wanted to be a part of that research, working on a Jar language that is only spoken by about 200 people to help translate it into English and builds a dictionary. This is graduate level research. His team is made up of PhDs, and he, as a first-year student, was a part of that research team. That led him to be interested in giving back to the local Syracuse area. He's gotten involved with nonprofits like RISE, which is specifically working with the refugee population to be able to help them learn English, to build financial and health literacy. He's opportunities as well to get involved with clubs and organizations, Citrus TV being one of them. It is our local news station that is run by students. Students don't have to be a journalism major to be a part of Citrus TV or to write for the Daily Orange, the #1 college newspaper in America. We have over 350 student organizations. Whatever it is you love to do now, you can definitely continue to do at Syracuse, even if it's not tied to your major. If you want to be a part of great opportunities for community service, like the Mary Ann Shaw Center, which is the home of our literacy corps, working with elementary students, teaching them how to read, you can do that and not be an education major. Same with our student-run ambulance. If you want to be trained to be an EMT, you don't have to be thinking of going to medical school. You could be majoring in music education. There's great opportunities to continue those interests, to focus on yourself, mind, body, and soul. The Barnes Center at the Arch on our campus is the one-stop shop for health and wellness. It is our largest gym, our counseling center, our health services, all in one shared space. A student can meet with a mental health professional, a nutritionist, physical trainer, a nurse, a pharmacist, all in the same building, all in the same day, potentially. There's a 2-story rock climbing wall, 3 floors of workout equipment, rooms for yoga, Zumba, Pilates, an S-shaped hot tub, a space to flip tires. There's a mind spa where students can get a massage, they can meditate, a pet therapy room where we bring 4-legged furry friends to campus to help students deal with the anxiety of being away from home for the first time. And one of our 2 esports facilities with a 3rd one underway. I'll be sharing more about esports a little later in the presentation. But great opportunities with the Barnes Center to focus on yourself, to help make sure you're taking care of you while you're taking care of your academics. And community is a big part of the Syracuse life as well. We want to make sure that you're getting the chance to build community, build relationships that can last a lifetime. Those often can come through support services and other organizations. The Center for Disability Resources is working with students all across campus, regardless of whether or not you have an IEP, if you need additional time, if you need medical technology and devices to help support you academically, if you just need to make sure that you're understanding what it looks like to be successful students. They're a great resource to help you while you're here on campus. We have opportunities as well to connect with the Intercultural Collective, which is focused on intersectionality, understanding that identity is not a singular experience. So within the IC is where we can find our BIPOC Student Success Office, our LGBTQ Resource Center, our Disability Cultural Center, that work in tandem to create better programming and opportunities for students across our campus. Working closely with them as well is the Center for International Services, and then also Hendricks Chapel, one of the largest interfaith chapels on a college campus. No matter your faith background, there's support for you. If there's something new you want to explore, Hendricks is a great place to start. And so we've seen students like Ryan really take advantage of all of those opportunities on campus. Ryan is vice president of our BSU. He is also the co-chair of our Black History Month and of our Martin Luther King Jr. celebration, the largest one on a college campus. He's also a mentor within the BIPOC Student Success, working with young men of color and helping them find out what it looks like to be a successful student in college. He is a major in our College of Visual Performing Arts in Communication and Rhetorical Studies. This was not the original major that he was admitted to, but it was one that he really grew to love while he was here on campus. And he got involved in the same organizations that he originally had wanted to be a part of, like Citrus TV, the Daily Orange, that is leading him to still find internships in communications and media. On top of all of this, Ryan is an orientation leader. We do orientation usually for students as part of our Welcome Week. I'll talk more about that in just a little bit, but we also do a pre-orientation for select programs here at Syracuse University that happens in July for 2 days. If you're interested in learning more, we'll actually be doing a couple of virtual programs with our new student program office on Wednesdays on April 9th and 16th. You can find that information online. But Ryan really wanted to give back to the community, and one of the ways he wanted to do that was through being an orientation leader, understanding that a Syracuse experience can last a lifetime. And that's a sentiment that drove home for Nina as well. Nina recently graduated from the Falk College of Sports with a degree in sport management, but is also continuing on here at Syracuse to get a master's in advertising from the Newhouse School of Public Communications. A thing that Nina really decided that she wanted to do was to do communications for sport. And so these two programs allowed her to be able to focus in that area. And she took advantage of a fantastic opportunity for students who want to continue their education at Syracuse through the Forever Orange Scholarship. This scholarship takes tuition and cuts it in half for Syracuse University undergraduate students that continue on to graduate school in a majority of programs that are available to students here at Syracuse University. And so Nina took advantage of that Forever Orange Scholarship to get that master's in advertising, to continue working with different companies here in Syracuse, specifically Syracuse Crunch, our minor league hockey team. She took advantage of immersion trips to go to Los Angeles and Boston. I mentioned before, great opportunities to study abroad outside the US. A lot of our degree programs also have centers here in the United States in Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., and New York City. On top of all of that, Nina has been involved with clubs and organizations related to her major, but also in Greek life. We have about a third of our students who are involved with Greek life in social, we have professional, we have multicultural. Nina is involved both with a social and a professional Greek organization. If that's something you want to be involved with, there's great opportunities to be part of that. If you don't want to be a part of Greek life, as you saw with Ryan, with Isa, with Aaron, you don't have to be to still be successful and build strong relationships while you're here on campus. But on top of all of this, Nina is an avid sports fan. She loves Division I athletics. It's a big reason why she chose Syracuse University. We are a Division I school. We have more lacrosse championships than any other college in the United States. Football, we have a 10-win season this past year with our head coach, Fran Brown. I would normally talk about basketball at this point, but we're just going to skip over that this year. Excited for next year with Kai and Anthony, who's coming to Syracuse University's campus. But even if you're not going to play Division I athletics, there's club and intramural sports. So you can play rugby, Quidditch even, where students run around with the broom between their legs, chasing a track star dressed in gold. Maybe music and art is what you're passionate about. We have first-year players, which allow for non-acting students the chance to still perform in a musical. We have pep bands, concert choirs, chamber orchestras, 6 a cappella groups. I advise one if you have questions about that specifically. Our marching band is open for any student to join. You don't even have to play an instrument. They'll put a piccolo in your hands and march you down the field. We'll bring great musicians to campus as well. Recently, everyone from Khalid to Doechii, Drake to Kendrick, just obviously not at the same time. We've also seen Elton John, Paul McCartney, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Pink was just here in October. Metallica will be here in just a couple of weeks. And these are often highly affordable for students. To see Young Gravy, you only had to spend $20. So you weren't breaking the bank to be part of the gravy train. Orange After Dark, another great organization on campus, will organize opportunities to experience all that Central New York has to offer, but also on campus will show free movies every weekend. We'll organize trips to go to the grocery store, to Target, giving students a chance to have something to do on the weekends and really make sure that they're building relationships with their fellow classmates. And then also, so exciting, our newest space on campus is our esports and gaming center in our Shine Student Center, which is the living room of our campus. This is an incredible space. If you want to play sim racing with your friends, use one of the 4 consoles, use our VR headset, but it's also the home to where our competitive Power Conference esports team is playing. We are the only Power Conference esports team in the Northeast. And we also have the only degree in esport communication and management. If you want to be a part of the fastest growing industry, not just in sports, but in all of entertainment, Syracuse is the place for you because it's the only place to go. And so some of you have been admitted to that program, but others of you might want to add that while you're here on campus. And there's great opportunities for that as well. One place you'll really get to know as a student is your residence hall. We have a 2-year housing requirement that first year in a traditional residence hall, where you'll get the chance to be able to connect with your roommates, get to connect with your floor. And then as a sophomore, you can live in one of our upperclassmen residence halls or one of our on-campus apartments that you share with 1 to 2 other students, where you get your own bedroom while sharing a bathroom, living room, kitchen. But in your first year, 98% of students live in a double, the other 2% are in singles, and a small number in some quads. And 60% of those rooms are a split double, which is the image you see at the bottom of the screen, which is great. It gives you the chance to still have a roommate, to still have a shared space together, have your own area to separate, to decorate, to have some privacy. Today, if you don't know, is opening day for baseball. As a Red Sox fan, I don't know if I'd want to be living with a Yankees fan, but if I had to, I'm glad I would have a split double. Or maybe you're really into Olivia Rodrigo, your roommate really likes Sabrina Carpenter. Obviously, you need a wall to divide those spaces. I mean, if you were to make espresso that tastes sour, you may not have the guts to say, please, please, please forgive me. If you got that joke, good for you. We have 6 dining halls on our campus, all with gluten-free, vegetarian, vegan, lactose-free, dairy-free, nut-free options, one with halal and kosher as well. There are multiple food courts like Core Life Eatery, Panda Express, Dunkin' Donuts. We run on Dunkin' just like the rest of America. We have Starbucks too, no worries. There's actually 20 other cafes on our campus to keep you hydrated and caffeinated during your time. When it comes to living on campus, there's great opportunities with our living learning communities to live with somebody who has a similar major. So there's ones for architecture, for engineering. So if you want to have somebody else who's going to be in your Calc 1 course with you, it's a great opportunity for that. Or interests. So there's ones based on esports. There's ones based on art and music. There are affinity living learning communities, giving you that chance to build relationships with like-minded individuals at no additional cost. And when it comes to the roommate selection process, it is built into the housing application. And so that gives you a chance to fill out a profile to say that you want to wake up at 6 in the morning, or maybe you're the person who's waking up right before class begins at 8:01, to be able to put that down and be able to find a roommate who's going to be of like-minded interests, who also is going to keep their area really neat, or who maybe is a passionate Red Sox fan. If you already know somebody you want to live with, you can also select them through that process. If you want a random roommate, it's also a great opportunity as well. One thing you'll do with your floor is really get to experience all that Central New York has to offer. One of the first trips that many of our floors do is to attend the Great New York State Fair, which is based right here in Syracuse, New York. Central New York, as you saw in the video, is home to Great Lakes, Finger Lakes, Green Lakes. We'll organize trips to go rock climbing, snow tubing, skiing, cosmic bowling, axe throwing. We have great opportunities to go downtown with restaurants, museums, shops, the largest number of theaters in New York State outside of New York City. We have minor league baseball and hockey in the 10th largest mall in America. One space in Central New York I want to talk about is Micron. If you're not familiar, Micron is a microchip company in Idaho that's building its East Coast headquarters right here in Syracuse, New York. It's bringing $100 billion to development, 9,000 jobs, and will be the largest semiconductor facility in North America, just 9 miles from our campus. And we're so excited to see those opportunities for internships and even full-time jobs that Micron will be available for students who are graduating from Syracuse University. That's just going to add to that return on investment. Last year, 90% of our graduating class was employed or in graduate school within 6 months of graduation, with an average starting salary of over $68,000, the highest in our university's history. And they're working for incredible companies like JP Morgan Chase and EY, MLB, Microsoft, NASA, Amazon, PepsiCo, the FBI, the CDC, the CIA. We think more companies that I could name for you today. But one thing that binds all of these students together is being Orange. And so I want to talk to you about your next steps. Your homepage for the next 6 weeks should be syracuse.edu/admitted. This is where you'll get more information about your major, more information about organizations that are happening all across campus. You can also find information about other events that are happening for admitted students. We are hosting virtual programs almost every single night of the week. There are opportunities to come to campus. We're hosting spring receptions, which are day-long celebrations on Mondays with a Select Friday option this week, today, and next Friday. There's also opportunities as well for you to get involved with great organizations as you're learning to learn more about what life is like in Syracuse. We'll come to your hometown as well. We are doing admitted student programs all across the United States. On top of all of that, there's opportunities to connect with students through student panels, other opportunities to connect with students just through learning more about them with some of our recorded videos, with student takeovers that many of our schools and colleges are doing as well. The deadline to enroll is May 1st. And so also on that webpage and in your applicant portal is a link to our admissions acceptance form, which is where you'll fill out saying you're ready to come to Syracuse University and are excited to be a part of the class of 2029 or 2030 if you're in our School of Architecture. In late May, early June is when the advising and course selection process will go underway. giving you a chance to be able to connect with your academic advisor to choose your classes for that first semester. Housing is due June 1st, and so you have some time after choosing to enroll to be able to submit your housing application. With both housing and with your advising selection process, information about that will be sent to your Syracuse email address, which you can set up as soon as you've enrolled at Syracuse University. As I mentioned, we'll have a pilot orientation program for select colleges this summer, where you can spend 2 days in Syracuse just getting to know campus a little bit better. But if you are really wanting to dive in and get a head start, Summer Start might be a great opportunity for you. This gives you a chance to spend 6 weeks in Syracuse, New York, on our campus, taking classes that you can put towards your major, up to 9 different credits. Then you go home for a couple of weeks, hang out with friends, say goodbye to family before moving back to campus. Welcome Week is both our move-in and orientation process for all of our students. This will happen beginning on August 17th. And then our official first day of class is the week later. And so that gives you a chance to be able to move to campus, to be able to connect with your roommate, to make friends in your dorm across the campus. Parents are welcome to stay through our convocation. And then our students will get the chance to connect with their roommate, to connect with other people in their major, with their academic advisor. If you're looking to learn more about the Welcome Week, as I said, that will happen in a couple of virtual sessions upcoming related to new student programs called Orientation and the First Year Experience. Housing, actually next Wednesday at 7 p.m. we'll be doing a session with our housing office and also with Living and Learning Communities if you'd like to learn more about those areas of interest as well. I see so many questions that have come through. I just want to say if we were unable to get your question tonight, because I really want to make sure that we are getting time for you to be able to enjoy the rest of your evening, feel free to email us at orange@syr.edu. Reach out to your admissions representative. Feel free to reach out to myself as well. Happy to answer those questions. Because we do want to be here for you as you have those questions about Syracuse. Is this the place that can help grow you, that can help stretch you, that can help you become the best version of who you can be? I truly believe it can. Not necessarily because it was for me or because it was for Carly or for over 250,000 alumni worldwide, but because since I've been back to campus for the last 7 years, I've gotten to reconnect with students and I've seen them grow. I've seen students like yourself grow from when they came to us as a first-year student to when they graduated. Syracuse is a place that can make a difference, where students can become the best versions of who they can be. I encourage you over the next 6 weeks to get to know us, to talk to our students, to talk to our faculty, our staff, to attend virtual programs, to attend programs on campus or in your hometown, to discover what it means to be orange. Because it is truly more than just a color. It's a way of life. I am so excited for the 45th time to say congratulations. We are so excited to be able to welcome you to the Orange family. Have a fantastic evening. Thank you so much. And go Orange.